Hello, ladies and gentlemen, toy enthusiasts and those new to Tough Nerd Toys LLC. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and welcome to another exciting episode of Busted Open. Busting it open since 2007, and today we are going to review Masters of the Universe Revelations Faker by the Masterverse line or by Mattel. Man, oh man. Again, like I told you before, I'm not too big on the series, the first season itself, but I am loving the figures. I make up my own adventures, and I love them for the beautiful aesthetics that they have right here. So, I mean, right here, we have the Masterverse. I think this was a Target exclusive, if I'm not mistaken, because I had to purchase it from Target. You have to pardon the box right here. This is not my doing. I didn't do that. This is the way it came in. I don't care. I'm going to bust it open anyway. And when it comes to for some reason, even as a kid, whenever it came to Master Universe action figures, I had to have doubles. So, of course, I got another one right here. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I am loving these figures. Did not like the show. Put up a big giant video about the show, and even in the show, I told everyone I am going to collect these figures. So again, you know, if you're a fan of He-Man and stuff like that, and let's be honest, me myself, whenever I collected action figures or whenever I had my He-Man action figures, they did not do the battles within Filmation. My battles were violent, brutal, and bloody, and all that other stuff. I was a kid, so you know. So, I mean, let's get into the box right here. This box is absolutely beautiful. Let me bring it a little bit closer for you guys so you can see it. It is in a window box. You have to part and crumple. That's the way it came in the box. I didn't do it. It says Masterverse at the top. Got the nice little, it has a nice little, like Gothic design that looks to be on the top up here. Blue colored window box, as you see right here. You can see all the accessories clearly, and the figure looks beautiful. Masterverse, Master Universe Revelation Faker right there. Mattel logo on the side. Outstanding, beautiful artwork, product art right here, looking great. I'm loving the optional heads that they've given him right here. It looks great on the side. Over here it says Faker. It says the evil robot is Skeletor, and over in the back you got a little bio. It says Faker, evil robot is Skeletor, of all the daily millions at Skeletor's disposal. Faker's mastery of deception and destruction makes him among the most dangerous. The cybernetic doppelganger of He-Man takes on the appearance of Eternia's most powerful protector, fooling many heroes, including the Sorceress of Grayskull. By the time the heroes discovers Faker's true nature, it's too late. And I've always loved Faker. And man, these are the other figures within the line. And you know I have these already. I just haven't gotten around to reviewing them. But I had to do Faker as soon as I got Faker. Because honestly, I don't open these figures until I do a review for you guys. Because that's how much I want you guys to be, you know, I want to be just as surprised as you at the figure itself. And again, the box art is absolutely amazing right here. It looks great. I mean, I am loving this box art right here. This looks great right here. And yeah, over here you got the Mattel logo right there. It says empowering the next generation through play. On the bottom, you got the Lego Mumbo Jumbo. This box is actually pretty big, so that's the reason why you see me handling it carefully and stuff like that. It's just wide. It's wide. But I love the way that they weren't too sparse with the accessories. And it says Netflix and original series. And again, pardon the box. That's not my fault. 6+, 30 points of articulation, which we've never really gotten on a He-Man figure besides the Mondo figures. Now, Mondo figures, those are something totally different, man. Totally different. You got to come out with that wattage, but what you're getting with those Mondo's figures are something phenomenal. So yeah, I love the Mondo figures as well. 30 points of articulation, and yeah, that's just about it on the box right here. So let's bust open the package and see if this guy's worth the scratch. All right. Man, and this came with a lot of accessories right here. I am totally digging these Masterverse figures. To me, it's like getting the new run of MOTU classics, just in a different style. And yes, I know some of y'all are going to kill me for even comparing these to MOTU classics, but you got to get some of these figures in hand to really see how beautiful they are. And over here, as usual, you know, I'm going to go into the accessories first. And you have this nice head right here, this head sculpt of He-Man right here. And you can swap this head out for, now this one actually looks better than the original head that came on He-Man within the Masterverse line. I'm liking this head much better. This one right here, I don't like the way he has that smile on his face or that smug look or whatever, but I still love the figure. Don't get it messed up. And it looks good. And it looks like they did more wash in his hair. And it seems like with past the first series, The second series of action figures, they're doing more detail because as you can see, they did the pupils right here. They made the pupils red to distinguish him from He-Man. Looks like they did more of a beaver bowl cut right here on his hair. And you got more wash going on. It looks great. And of course, you got the hole right there that you can plug it in. This one right here, man, oh man, look at this beautiful iron head right here. Beautiful metallic paint right here. Nice red eyes going on. This is when his skin has been taken off. You got like a nice sculpt of a line going down through the dome of his head right here. If you look real close, there's some lines right here, some sculpted in lines right here. It looks great. It even looks like his head is kind of like a helmet. Looks great. I'm loving the way they did the lips on him, the teeth, everything. No paint is bleeding. The eyes are done very even and nice. Beautiful metallic paint. Great ears. Everything looks great on him. And you have two alternate hands right here, as with He-Man. You know, you have a hand that holds the sword and one that's open for the shield right there. You got the nice shield and everything like that, as the same as the He-Man figure. Only thing is, I think there's a difference in color of the sword, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me pull this out of He-Man right here. Yes, and it is. It is. This is cool. They even took into consideration of changing the sword so you would know Faker He-Man's sword. As you can see, I got some playtime in with this. It's a little bit scuffed right there, but this looks great. And again, you got like some you know, you got a little brown paint. You got a little bit of brown paint. Looks like a little bit of smudge right there, if you can look real good. But it looks great, man. It looks great. And this is just great. Same shield as He-Man. So if you happen to lose your He-Man shield, you can keep, you know, swap them in between. Now, this sword right here is going to look funky if He-Man got like an orange sword and this, that, and the other. So keep up with your weapons. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch my last He-Man video, which I'll put in the description up above right there, you will see I showed you how to compartmentalize your He-Man right there. So you can have his sword and everything on him. Now, I need an axe. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get that axe from Savage He-Man. And yes, Savage He-Man has been, you know, they've shown pictures of him, of Savage He-Man, and he looks great. Hoping that season 2 is way better than season 1. And I mean, like, oh, man, but these toys are amazing. You got the nice classic Skeletor harness right here, so he can show his affiliation when he's not pretending to be Faker He-Man. This looks great. It looks great. Great. Look at that. Look at that, man. So, I mean, ain't nothing left to do but to go into this guy. So give me a second and I'm going to go right into a Faker He-Man. Boy, oh boy, I am loving these Masterverse figures. All right, so here we have He-Man, Faker He-Man looking great, man. Look at this guy, man. This guy looks amazing. This guy looks amazing. And I actually like his head sculpt more so than the He-Man head sculpt. Don't get me wrong. That He-Man action figure the Masterverse He-Man, I've been playing with him, taking him everywhere and stuff like that. Look at this. This looks great. And yes, it's the same body sculpt as He-Man. Only thing is it's much better detail on it because they had to sculpt in some, you know, some detail to differentiate him. And it's a different head sculpt. Even within the other two that it came with, there's a different head sculpt. As you can see, he has the Terminator-esque half-burned face where the skin has been seared or flanged off or whatever the case may be. I'm loving the way they're showing the iron body under it. You got the nice silver blue paint along with the looks to be like blood-stained skin around the seared, torn, or flayed skin. It looks great. Look at the lines within the hair. They did some nice wash in the hair. I'm loving the way they gave him the nice little beaver bowl haircut, unlike the original Masterverse figure they released. The same is at the bottom, but I honestly feel as though they put a little bit, it looks like they tried to put a little bit of wash in here and made him a little bit darker than the original He-Man, within the original Masterverse He-Man that I reviewed a little while ago. And it looks great. You got the seamless joints going on right here. He's looking good. He's looking real good. I'm liking this right here. I love Barbarians. I love He-Man. You know, he got the same gauntlet on his arm as He-Man does. It's not too much I have to go into. And again, you have to look, honestly, for the price point that they're asking, I don't think they're doing too much of a bad job at all because this looks great. You know, you got the nice loincloth going on there. You can see you got some thigh cuts, some double hinge knee joint going on and stuff like that. The wraps at the boots look a little bit more detailed than what that are on He-Man. And again, it's the same body sculpt as He-Man. but they did a lot of sculpting and line work on this guy to give him that nice look. He is looking amazing. Honestly, his gauntlets, bracelets, and belts seem to be done in a different paint other than He-Man's. And I mean, like, you know, I hate to keep bringing him over here, but as you can see, it seems like this is more of a golden color, where like this one is a flat yellow plastic right here. And I mean, like, this is just great. This is just great. We'll do a comparison later with a MOTU Classics figure as well, but this is amazing. I am loving this. Now, as far as articulation goes, you can twist the head all the way around. You got you don't have any butterfly joints, but you got everything on the ball joint here. You can get this going up and down and around and bring it out and so on and so forth. Twisted the bicep, double hinged elbow, as you can see. You know, you got twist and pivoting at the wrist. You got some nice thigh cuts right there. Got a nice leg split right there. This is full of articulation. You got a nice, what is the ab crunch like? Ab crunch is pretty good. Waist twist is perfect. I got a nice ab crunch. You can get him all the way back like this. Get him in some nice funky poses. The head goes up all the way like that. You can twist it all around. Everything is good. Get some this. These are fully posable Masters of the Universe figures that we haven't gotten in years. I mean, like, when you think about it, we got it back in like, what was it, 1988, 1990, when they released the New Adventures of He-Man, but not with this type of articulation, detail. Even though I love that line. A lot of people can't stand them. I love them. I love them because I love He-Man. Double hinge knee right here. And the joints are very stiff. They come out the box stiff. This figure feels like a brick right about now, with some nice weight to it too. You got some calf twist as well, some pivoting at the ankle. Got some ankle rocker and all of that stuff going on. This figure is amazing. It is beautiful. And yes, you can take this harness off right here. You can take his chest harness off right here. Let's pull this off. Let me be careful. Right back. All right. Here he is with the harness, and man, look at that. Look at that, at least showing that allegiance to Skeletor. I love the flayed shoulder pads right here that he has going on, very Roman-esque. And I love the way it drapes down across his diaphragm and everything. This is great. This is great. Look how it crosses across the back. Look at the width of the back. He actually looks a little bit more, he looks more muscular with the shoulder pads on. And I mean, like, this looks great. Always loved He-Man with the loincloth because it reminds me of barbaric shit. Pardon my language. I'm excited because I am loving these Masterverse figures. And yeah, we're going to pop off a head right here. Put on another one. See what this look like. There we go. No. And here he is with the normal head right here with the red eyes, looking good. But look at that wash in the head. It seems like they're starting to add a little bit more detail, more painting, more paint apps, so on and so forth on here. But this sculpt right here, the flayed skin right here, the missing skin that shows a metallic body or the iron body, is literally part sculpt and paint apps, which are done very, very well, as you can see very closely. I'll bring it closer so you guys can see for yourselves. But this is beautiful. You got a little bit of detail and rivets within the chest harness. And everything you see is great. They even put like a metallic navel right here. This looks great. And yeah, you know, like on the other ones and stuff like that, it's easy to put the shield on. Last time I thought you had to remove the gauntlet off, but you don't. That's how well they engineered these figures. They are very good for the price point that they're asking. They are very good. Now to put this on, you have to, now with this right here, for a fact, you have to take this hand off. It comes better. It does better when you put in this hand right here. Okay. Then you take the shield. Like that, put it over, and it fits right in that third, like right along in here. Boom. And it fits very snug too. It fits very snug. Look at that. Now let's take this head off. And after this, I'm going to give you guys some pictures. Ugh. Man, look at that rock head look right there. Look at that. Man, oh man. You guys are killing me here. Look at that. Thank you, Mattel. These are beautiful. I am not disappointed with these toys right here. Now the cartoon, the series on Netflix, yes, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Hopefully the second season will do something spectacular, but I'm not holding my breath or anything like that. But man, look at that. Man, look at this boy right here. This boy is looking serious. Yes, Skeletor. I always looked as though, to me, I always felt as though Faker was Skeletor's trusted bodyguard. Because you know all his criminals and scum that he had around him and all the people that were helping Skeletor. He couldn't trust him. But I always felt as though like Faker was like his bodyguard and stuff like that. That would do anything. That he was made out of he was part cybernetic and part put together by magic and everything like that. But yeah, this guy is beautiful. And yeah, you can put the sword in his hand, of course. And change out the hands. Put this one in here. There we go. You heard it snap, right? Now, sometimes you might want to, because even though the grips on these guys are stiff. The grips on these guys are very stiff. There you go. Everything is tight on him. Everything is tight on this guy. Look at this. He looks great. He looks great. Every head on him I'm enjoying. You got to pardon me. I didn't want to slap this on too hard. But he is great. So you know what? We're going to take some pictures of this guy and I'm going to give you my final thought. So, I mean, as a whole, you can't go wrong with these, man. These are beautiful Action figures. You don't have to like MOTU Revelations or Master Universe Revelations to like these toys. I'm sorry. These toys are beautiful. It seems like each one that's coming out is getting better and better. And I can see them doing more detail of issuing out a version 2 of He-Man. He is coming in at 7 inches. I don't have my tape measure on me right now because we were doing some work in the basement. But he's coming in at 7 inches, the same height as He-Man himself. And I'm just so excited. Every time I hear of a release of new He-Man action figures within the Masterverse line. Now, I mean, I got some Origin figures, but I told you before, I'm not really digging the Origin figures, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, I just don't like the Origin figures. I don't. They just feel, they don't, I don't know. I'm not a person who likes too much vintage stuff. I like the newer versions or modernized versions of vintage stuff. Or like, you know, pretty much like if they update it to be modernized or fit in with today's, you know, current articulation and detail. I like that stuff. I don't want to go back to the old stuff. But here he is next to MOTU Origins. He-Man, as you can see right here, looking crazy. Here he is next to... Now, these right here will always be my heart. These will always be my heart. Here he is next to MOTU Classics He-Man, looking awesome. Let me move this over a little bit for you guys. Looking awesome. I love this figure. Absolutely love it. Here he is next to the #1 stunner, Faker He-Man, who sits on my shelf, the originator. And here he is next to He-Man himself from the Masterverse collection. New from the Masterverse collection, He-Man and Faker. These look great. These look great. I am loving these figures. As you can see, I honestly, like I told you before, this one seems to have more polish and detail and paint than this one. You know, because look, this is like a gold on his belt and everything like that. And yeah, another thing too, if you guys are looking for base bodies or to do custom work with, I think these figures would be perfect. Now, they're in the 7-inch scale, so they're bigger than Marvel Legends or whatever the case may be, but I don't mind that. But these are amazing. These are the second best figures next to the 2000X line that I absolutely love. So, I mean, like, if you can pick these guys up, pick them up while they're cheap right now, because I know these will eventually go up in price. The articulation, the detail, and if you don't like the paint apps that they have on them or the lack of paint, because I do think they could have added more, but to stay within price point, they had to go this route. I'm surprised that this guy came out like he did, because in hand, this figure looks amazing. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I don't know what else to tell you guys. And again, you know, you can fit the, you can fit his sword back here if you want to, but the head sculpts alone, you can get tons of play out of this guy right here. He is almost up there with Manny Faces for me, because when I was a kid, Manny Faces was pretty much like 3 figures in one, and I hope they do the whole line in Masterverse. I am loving these by Mattel. Mattel is not paying me, nor are they endorsing me to do this or say this. I love He-Man, and I'm loving these toys. I don't care too much for the cartoon that came out that bought these toys, which was Master Universe Revelations, but the Masterverse line is absolutely amazing. So I don't know what else to tell you. Well, wait, where's our boy at? We got to get our boy in here, because you know he always hating and stuff like that. He was like, oh, so 2 big blonde-haired toxic males. You need to... But yeah, I am loving these guys. Loving these guys. I don't know what else to tell you. All I can tell you is that if you're a He-Man fan, pick up one of them and see what you think. Take your personal feelings aside versus of the show, because I don't like the show. I don't like the show. But pick up the figures, man. Pick up the Masterverse figures. I could literally have them just keep doing a line of Masterverse figures without a cartoon. That's how nice they are. They don't need a cartoon. They don't need a cartoon. What they do need is an independent writer to do a good comic book for these, because these are great. Looking forward to season 2 of Master Universe Revelations. Hoping Kevin Smith gets his shit together so he can really get some good storytelling. I hear that there's a Savage He-Man coming along that's supposed to go wild and everything like that. let's just hope that, you know, and again, I'm not one to give up so easily. Was I very disappointed with season 1? Absolutely. But I mean, I think he's going to, I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of these figures. I absolutely love them. This Faker He-Man is a must have in your collection. If you're a MOTU or Master Universe fan, I don't know what else to tell you. Detail, sculpting, height, it's what you would want in a He-Man figure. So with that being said, that brings this review to a close. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video. And remember, when you buy a toy, bust it open. I tried to do it in unison like they were talking like twins or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Oh man, this guy is amazing. I love how tall they are too. Hold on, let me stand them up. Give them a nice look right there. And no, they're not hard to stand up either. Let me back it up a little bit so you can see. Look at that. Look at that. Man. All right, let me take some pictures. Be right back.